Welcome to Pride Against Prejudice, a Shadowrun 4th edition actual play podcast.
Hi, I'm Simon and I'm playing Huggy Bear.
Hi, I'm Al and I'll be playing Maverick.
Hi, I'm Jack and I play Toyga.
Hi, I'm Michael and I'll be playing Sunshine.
And my name is Rhydian, I am the GM. If you would like any bonus content, a link to our living campaign map can be found in the show notes, along with a link to our Discord where you can get occasional bonus episodes, and if you'd like to add locations to the map or just ask us questions, you're welcome to join us there. If you stick about for a few seconds at the end of the episode, we also have a question for you as well. The following content may contain themes and materials not suitable for all audiences. Listener discretion is advised. Before we dive into the episode, here's some pay data on another one of the Shadowrun podcasts out there for you to listen to.
Yo Shadowpunks, here's a Shadow fact for you.
Berlin. It's a bug, not a feature. Not a feature.
We are a German actual play Shadowrun podcast.
Oyaban, willkommen in Berlin, willkommen im Status F. Ein Shadowrun 6 Actual Play Podcast.
Yeah, that's right. A fucking German actual play. Our podcast is edited fast-paced, we get super high production value, and the sound design is top-notch. In our AP, we focus on character development and immersive storytelling. Oh, come on, ChatGPT, that is so fucking generic, absolutely bullshit, nothing saying. You need to highlight the things that set us apart from other actual plays. Like, that we are very, very focused on the rules. Because we play in Germany, and in Germany you play by the rules. Also, fun fact, we only use military march music for the score. Yeah, okay, that's a total lie. But anyhow, slot your Saxonian lingo soft and give us a listen everywhere where you find podcasts. And now back to the show.
The team are ready, and it's go time. So what does 2 tons of concrete in the face do to an Oyaban anyway? So, you have acquired a bus, you have a target.
Did we make a decision on whether we were getting the bus rigor adapted or not?
Yes, I'm getting the bus. I'm rigor adapting the bus.
I think it'd be a very bad idea to not rigor adapt the bus, if I'm honest.
If you want to drive the bus, Mav, then you can drive the bus.
I do not want to drive the bus. This is why I think you should get it rigor adapted.
But I am not driving that bus myself.
I'm just going to give you a rough idea of the route that you pulled from the grid guide. I'm keeping it simple. It goes down East Shore Road, Northern Boulevard, turns onto Shelter Rock Road, goes along Northern State Parkway for a little way, and then turns off onto Roslyn Road, where it then gets to the
Your route will terminate in 200 meters.
Yeah.
Does he always take that route?
Let's just say that it's the route he's taking this time.
I'm willing to accept that.
So that route briefly goes into a D-class area.
So it does.
But it's a main highway that clips a D-class, so it's probably not that relevant.
I think that Shelter Rock Road is probably the best place to hit them.
It is a bit long and straight.
But there's lots of roads off the side, so we can park the bus somewhere in the roads off the side, where it's less obvious. But there's a nice long straight road that they need to go down.
Yep. And then we vanish into one of those housing estates. Are we going to do a colour-changing van job again? With your van?
If we want to, I've still got paint left over.
We really need to get you chameleon paint and, auto-changing plates.
Yeah, that's really, really expensive.
Where else could we do the hit? As he's going east on Northern Boulevard.
So what I'm thinking is, have the bus somewhere in the southern end of Shelter Road, Rock Road.
Yep, in the Hamlet Estates somewhere.
When the car turns onto Shelter Rock Road, we start driving down in the opposite direction.
Yep.
And then we hit them straight on. If we can, or T-bone them if we can.
Yep.
It's a 4-lane road without a section.
Fine. That is ideal, that is easy to work with. Does anyone have any addendums to that plan?
Nope, sounds good.
What's the police response rate like in a B-class area?
We worked that out previously, I think, and I can't remember what the answer was.
So, Sunshine, could you give me a quick browse roll just to look that up?
2 hits.
You can find a bit of information. They'll first be aware of the problem within about 5 minutes, likely, if somebody calls it in. First response, which is likely to be astral, just an astral mage having a look. I mean, they might not bother depending on what's called in, but for, oh my god, there's guns and explosions, they're probably going to
There's going to be guns, there may be explosions.
They will probably take a look in the next sort of 5 minutes, so you're looking at up to 10 to 12 minutes for a first astral response to turn up. Could be a lot quicker, but that's your outside. Second response is likely to be spotter drones and things like that. They may be up to another 5 minutes. A first patrol, like actual physical police officers, flesh and blood, again, you're looking at another 5 minutes. So it's probably going to be up to about 20 minutes for a flesh and blood officer to arrive. Maybe 5 minutes if they're there like shit off a shovel, but that is extraordinarily unlikely, like if they're round the corner.
We are still there in 25 minutes. We're probably not moving away because we're probably corpses.
Yeah. If we take that long, we're dead. We're already dead. Not even, like, metaphorically. No, and we don't know it yet. If we take that long, we're dead.
It can be both, if we are particularly unfortunate.
They don't have mages, they're Yakuza.
They don't have internal mages.
Cool.
They hire mages like everyone else because they're not idiots.
Yeah, but they treat them badly, and quite frankly, if you are being treated badly and you are a magician, there's very little incentivizing you to stay if your shitty boss is getting shot up. You'll just turn and run. They will be scared off very easily, it won't be a problem.
I wish I had your confidence.
I hope your confidence is well placed.
My confidence is extremely well placed.
It's not like any mage works a shit job for the large corporations or anything.
If a bus full of concrete slamming into their boss's car and a bunch of terrifying shadowrunners leaping out and attacking to scare them off, I certainly will.
Where are these terrifying shadowrunners? Where did you find them?
I think he's mostly talking about his spirits.
Shadowrunners, they're sweet babies. I reach down and give one of the spirits a cuddle. As it licks me with its forked tongue that dribbles acid.
You've got some acid on.
That just adds to the look, doesn't it?
Talking of, Sunshine, what happened to your suit?
We're not talking about that.
Apparently we're not talking about that, Toyger.
I said I'd replace it.
Okay, not asking.
Anyway, I think we have a plan. We hit them somewhere on Shelter Rock Road.
Yep. We literally hit them with the bus.
Yup. Does anyone want to be on the bus to be a first reaction?
I think that's a terrible idea.
I agree it's a terrible idea.
Oh,
yeah, no.
The Blue Chainsaws warned us that if we hit anything head on, it will throw concrete blocks at them.
Yes, that's
This
fine.
may make it difficult to retrieve the data.
How big are the concrete blocks in that? Are we talking breeze blocks, or are we talking, like...
They've gotten the ones, the ones they put down as like a temporary central reservation?
Yeah.
Those.
I was assuming like the meter cubed ones.
They're probably about the same size and weight. There's only a few of them, but they're probably about a ton each.
Yeah.
They're designed to stop cars from crossing a road.
Yeah, they're big old lumps.
You can move a ton around.
Not easily, not in a hurry.
I don't think we need to... If they go through the front... If this guy is sitting in the front of his car, then there's a problem to begin with, because that guy's not sitting in the front of his car. If that car is not able to take 2 bricks to the front, and they don't penetrate through to the back, they have bought the wrong car.
Yeah. I think we're going to want to do as much damage as possible. We can...
Alright.
If we can kill the driver and whoever's in the passenger seat in that first collision, we are golden.
There probably isn't a driver. This is the 6th world.
There probably is a driver, it's Yakuza.
Oh, it's a prestige thing. It says, I can afford to hire a peon to drive my car for me, even though there's a perfectly good robot that could be doing it.
The driver probably isn't driving, but they probably have a driver.
Fair.
Okay, he's probably sitting there on his phone or masturbating or something, but he's still in the driver's seat.
The Yakuza aren't overly fond of technology.
The other person who's likely to be up front is the scary fucker, so if we could actually drop a concrete cube on him...
It might slow him down.
A little.
He's going to be in spec with his boss.
At any rate, concrete blocks going through the front of the car help us.
Yes,
Yeah.
they stop that car from going anywhere.
If nothing else, a concrete block flying through the window of your car is going to unbalance you a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we turn up and start filling the car with bullets.
That's the plan.
Probably we want our van to turn up, like, immediately.
I'm thinking we take our van immediately behind the bus.
Yep. Which is basically what we did with the other job.
We run this like the...
Like the other one.
Yeah. We need to start coming up with names for our runs. Or not, because that is records, but...
As long as we know what we're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Good.
Trash can job.
Right, shall we go be bad guys then?
Aren't we always? Also, yes.
So can I ask who is in what vehicle?
Right, so Huggy obviously is in her van.
Okay, are you rigging into the party bus on remote then?
No, I'm not going to hot sim in because I'm about to do a lot of damage to the bus. I'm going to cold sim into the party bus.
You might even not want to sim it because you will take stun damage from cold sim crashing it.
That is true.
Just AR the fucker.
Okay, I get some ARing the fucker.
I know it makes your skin crawl, but so does stun damage.
Alright, so is everybody in the van then?
Everybody is in the van.
Mav certainly is in the van.
Mav is probably driving the van.
I've got my agent loaded up already.
Okay, thank you for letting me know.
That's right. If you can try and hack his car again, it will make it a lot easier to hit.
You can try.
His car or his bodyguard, either way.
Mav, I think you take the gunner seat.
There.
If you remember, the driver's seat of the van has a step on it so that Mav can step out with the gun.
The driver's seat is also the gunner's seat.
Can I cast increased reflexes now?
You absolutely can.
Oiga, you still have a bound spirit, right?
I've got 2 at the minute, and I can summon another one.
Right, so we have some backup if we need it.
Quite heavy backup.
I think they need to take the majority of the melee.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking. So I can summon something big and loud to distract them, but somebody might need to be on hand to plug the various holes I will immediately sprout.
You try to avoid putting holes in yourself. That's what the enemy is for. You try to avoid having holes put in you by the enemy also.
The main issue is going to be my organs turning to mush inside me and my nervous system catching fire, but we will cross that bridge. In the meantime, and I'm just going to cast increased reflexes at that point. 4, 5. 1 hit.
That was abysmal.
That was abysmal.
That was rather. So, sorry, dude, that doesn't go off this time.
Yeah, that just went badly. And I take a point of stun.
You actually take 2 points of drain there. So that's 2 stun. So apparently the dice hate you.
Cast them into the fire, Toiler. Destroy them.
So, are you doing your summoning attempt, or are you just leaving it, Toiger?
Nope, we're going to attempt to summon us. What time is it?
Morning. So this is the next day, and Huggies works basically through the night to get the thing ready.
Is it after sunrise?
It is indeed after sunrise.
And we're quite some time from the sun setting, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to roll Conjuring Group. 4 hit.
What force of spirit, please?
Let's say Force 5.
And what kind of spirit?
Beast.
Okay.
I like beasties.
Seem to have somewhat of an affection for them.
They're cute.
Almost as if you're Tauchip's cat.
They're cute and they're purr, and even when I don't summon beastie spirits, they end up with cat ears.
You have 4 net hits, so you have 4 services. Please resist 2 drain.
2 hits.
2 resist your drain. Lovely.
So, do I take any more stun?
No.
Super.
What's its optional power?
Natural weapon.
So, how are you guys going about this?
Well, first things first, we take the bus to Shelter Code. Tiger, you go into Astral and go to the house.
Yep.
And when the target leaves, we send Högen out to track the car.
I'm going to suggest that Högen is in position on East Shore Road waiting.
That's the plan, yes.
Cool.
Once the car turns into Shelter Rock Road, we start taking the bus up so we can get it up to good speed with the van behind it. We take get the van up to speed, the bus up to speed. If possible, we get the car to swerve. If not, we try and hit it head on.
And then the shooting stars.
And then shooting stars.
So you're just turning out onto the highway. You get yourself up to speed. It's been expanded a bit in the 6th world. It's now a 3-lane road. There's still no central reservation. I don't know what speed limits are like in America. I'm just going to go off British ones. So this would be a 70-mile-an-hour road in the UK. So,
oh god, this collision is going to be painful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It's not painful for us.
Alright, so further down, you can see the rolls. Royce, could you give me a control roll, please, Huggy? I'm going to do this as an opposed roll. Actually, you know what? Could you give me an initiative roll, please, Huggy? And I'm going to do an initiative roll for the Yakuza driver, just to see if you get a surprise on them.
Is this driver, in fact, on his phone jerking off? We will see. Hey, don't blame me, that was said by Torgrim before. Whoa.
Is that correct?
It won't be, but we can work it out. 4 hits. Yep, so you have 2 net hits on the surprise roll, so he doesn't get a roll against you. Could I get a driving roll, please?
Certainly.
You might consider edging this.
I'm going to edge that.
Do I have line of sight to this car yet?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Could I do a scan roll just now?
Yeah, so we can assume you've done this a little bit earlier.
Whoa, 5 hits!
Yep.
Nice!
You can see the icon. We'll come back to Huggy's roll in a few moments.
That was 7 hits.
As I say, we'll come back to it in a sec. We'll we're assuming that Sunshine's doing her stuff a little bit earlier for you. What are you doing from here, Sunshine?
Can I attempt to do... It's probably a command unauthorized to just lock the opposing car, lock all its controls so it's just travelling at a single speed in a straight line.
You can certainly do that. What I'm going to say, though, is that you do have to hack the node first. Give me exploit, and we're just going to say that you do not give a shit about getting caught here. You're just going for it.
I've got 2 hits,
Yep.
and my agent can assist.
Yep, so if you roll for your agent, and we'll just do that as assistance dice to keep things quick.
Yep. It's going to have 6 dice, so I'm just going to roll 66. 1 hit.
Okay, so roll 1 more die for your original roll.
Okay. 3 hits.
Could you now roll your exploit again with a +1 and just keep rolling till I tell you to stop?
Okay.
Just to keep it fast.
4 hits. So up to 7. No, 3.
That's you in. And we'll just say that he knows you're there, but it's a rigger. They've not got a massive amount they can do right now. And could you give me a command unauthorized? I'm going to do this as an opposed roll.
Cool. So I'll roll the assist first.
Yep.
From the agent. Ooh, nice. 3 hits. Command unauthorized. Hot fragging Drek. That's awful. Nothing.
Are you content with this level of success?
I'm going to have to be. I have no edge.
Ah, right.
Brave.
Wait, how do you have no edge?
Oh, wait, we slept, didn't we?
Yes.
I have 1 point of edge, which I'm going to use, because I really want to pass this roll. Submit. 3 hits!
Oh, I'm so sorry, dude. Ties go to Defender, and he also rolled 3 hits.
Boo.
Well, shit happens.
Indeed. However, on a more positive note, Huggy, you got 7 hits on your pilot groundcraft, yeah?
Indeed I did, yes. That was 7 hits.
So, you have 4 net hits.
Nice.
So, there's like a little bit of... It's not really a central reservation with like a barrier, but there's like a bit of grass in there where like people don't normally drive there. It's not that well maintained. You just go piling over it, slam through the middle between this teal convertible thing and just smash into the front of it. So I'm going to do this as cumulative speed.
Right.
Would you like a 140 mile an hour collision?
Yes, because you're head-oning this thing. So in Shadowrun speed, that works out as 187 meters per turn. Could the party bus please resist 40 points of damage?
No.
We actually can't.
Party bus, let's see. That is ballistic, yes? No, that would be impact.
Impact, yes.
That's 3 hits.
3 hits?
Yeah. That was a really, really bad roll.
Wow, so that's just taken 38 damage. The party bus is no more. It had 18 hitboxes.
No, party bus.
Alas, poor party bus.
Glorious sacrifice.
Indeed.
So let's work it out for the rolls, which has to resist 32 damage and gets 6 hits. So that's 26 that it takes. It has 16.
Right, so neither of these cars are going anywhere anytime soon.
As we discussed earlier, we are using house rules for occupants of vehicles involved in a crash because I can't stand rules as written. They're awful. No way should crashing a Dodge Scoot be more survivable than crashing an M1 Abrams. So the way we're doing this is that occupants take their own body in damage, modified by speed as for a vehicle, plus the overflow from the vehicle they were in. I think that they may be about to die a most horrible death.
Fuck!
A most hilarious death.
And if this doesn't kill them, then the concrete blocks happen.
Yeah, so the rigger's got resist.
That might just kill everyone inside that vehicle.
So the rigger's just taken 13 damage.
Ow.
Out of his 10, so he gets a concrete block to the face. One of the...
What's his body rating?
3?
He's dead.
Yep.
He's instantly dead.
Did you think that he was surviving the concrete block to the face?
This isn't even the concrete blocks yet. This is just the initial...
Oh, I'm including the concrete blocks as part of this.
Aww.
So, yeah, concrete block just comes flying out the school bus window, goes through the Rolls Royce windscreen, and just turns this guy into jam.
That man has been reduced to a fine pate. And here I am without my crackers.
You forgot the crackers, Gromit.
I forgot my soy-free crackers.
Squelch.
Run back and get them before the rocket takes off.
The Yakuza guard in the front is also now pate. Or as we say in Scotland, pate.
Pate, splate.
The main point is that these guys are no longer alive.
These guys are no longer guys.
They're no longer recognizably human.
Meta-human, come on. Actually, no, probably human.
No. Remember who we're running again?
The Yakuza members were allowed to laugh at their hilarious death.
Okay, so that's that crash resolved. So what happens next is that the car that was behind them piles into the back of them.
I forgot that momentum was a thing.
Yes.
Don't forget momentum, it won't forget about you.
Physics in this situation has opinions with a capital O.
Capital O dear, I believe.
Yeah, the car's crashing into this and has to resist 20 damage. Resist 7 of it, which is exactly enough to total it.
Way!
And the yaks inside... Okay, could people please roll initiative? I have people to remove from my tracker.
Right.
That was pretty effective, chaps.
That went a lot better than I feared it would.
Should I roll Matrix Initiative instead?
Probably. You seem to be in the Matrix at the moment.
Huggy, you're currently in the back in your rigger cocoon, so you want to do anything, or do you want to just hold action?
I will take us into the central reservation.
Right now, you are not in control of this vehicle. You would need to use an action to take control of it.
Right. I will use an action to take control of the van then.
Mav, the controls go dead on you. What are you doing now?
I'm not driving anymore, rather suddenly, but I expected this, so it's not surprising.
Yep.
I ready the big gun.
Okay, you ready a weapon?
Now I'm not taking any action until there are obvious targets.
Yep, that's fine.
I'm not quite convinced enough that that black car in front is enemy bodyguards just to start hosing it. Yeah.
One of the Yakuza who was in the car behind the Rolls Royce that survived the crash, he's going to get out, pull a gun, and take cover between his car and what's left of the limo. All the other traffic has continued moving whilst this is going on, but the escorting car that was in front just slams on the brakes and screeches to a halt a little further up the road. So that puts us on Sunshine's turn.
Okay, can I do a scan roll, please, to see what nodes I can see?
I'm going to give you this information for free because you did a scan roll earlier. It wasn't relevant at that point. You were looking for something in particular, but you will have seen other stuff at that time. Mm-hmm. There's a couple of nodes that I'm going to just say you can see the biomonitors that are linked on people's nodes. There's 4 dead biomonitors in the limo. There's 2 nodes around the car behind that look like they were running silent, which is actually illegal in New York, and 2 that were running silent in the car that's just screeched to a halt. There's like a pan with some cyberware, and it's all linked to a cockpit.
The cyberware pan, can I attempt to exploit on that pan?
Yep. You want to do it on one of the 2 in the car that was behind the limo, or one of the 2 that was in the car in front of the limo?
Did you say there was any in the limo?
There are nodes in there, but they're linked to biomonitors that are currently screeching.
Right, in which case the car at the front, the one nearest, is there cyberware on one of the pans in that?
On both of them, yes.
Can I tell if one of them has more cyberware?
They have the same amount.
Okay, I'm going to just pick one at random then and attempt to exploit. I got 2 hits overall.
Okay, so you've made a start on it, and there's a guy who gets out of the vehicle, and again he's drawing a gun and taking cover. Another dude is going to get out the back of the other vehicle, and he's doing the same thing. And Hansel's turn, but they haven't been given instructions. Neither has your cat Spirit of Beasts, your Force 4 Toiga. However, it is now your turn. What would you like to do?
Can I give instructions to all 3 spirits at once?
You could give them all the same instruction.
Super. Men are going to come pouring out of the black cars shortly. I don't want them to be alive, if possible. Have fun. Get creative. Point will be awarded for the most fun kills.
Fucking cat shaman. Alright.
And everyone is to be nice to go on. He's slower than the 2 of you. It's when I pick up and cuddle like the porcupine cat thing.
So it's going to zip over next to the lead car on the Astral, and then it's going to manifest. And your Spirit of Beasts goes for the car that was following the limo. And your cat Spirit of Beasts is also going to manifest next to the guy who got out of the following car.
That guy is not having a good day.
That guy is going to be utterly fucked.
They're both fucked. They're fighting spirits. They're going to be screwed.
And one of them is currently being hacked by Sunshine.
So, Huggy, your turn.
Right, I'm going to start giving instructions to the drones. That is specifically to Hansel and Gretel. They are going to leave their drone racks and start shooting at the guys in the closest car.
Okay, so you've just painted the target, so I'll call that one simple action. You do need to take a simple action at some point to control your vehicle.
Yeah, that's going to need to happen. Wait, how many simple actions do I get in a turn?
2. That is a complex action, so you will have 1 more pass in which to do that.
Right. So the next pass I need to spend driving.
Yes.
Or you can crash.
You're welcome to crash. It'll be fun.
The plan is that I take us onto that central reservation and stop. Bring the band to a controlled stop.
That's an excellent plan. Make sure it happens.
No, crash. It'll be fun. Mav, your turn.
Right, some targets have made themselves evident.
Yep.
Oh, they're 23 meters away. That's not far at all.
Is your action, in fact, dub.
When have you known my action to be otherwise, Red? I know that's true. Mav is perfectly subtle when the situation calls for it. Last pass, Rid.
Yes.
Can I have activated my
you were holding your action, so yeah, I'll allow it. Roll for it.
agility boost? Go. It is not a hit.
It is, in fact, not a hit, so you do not get agility
No
boost
agility
today.
boost. Okay.
So, that done. Take your shot.
I shoot the fucker. It's going for this dude, the right hand of the two closer, and it is a long, narrow burst.
How much recoil comp do you have?
Enough.
That's fine. So you got more than you've got 5 or more recoil comp.
Yep. Which ammo am I using? I'm using stick and shock because I'm feeling malicious.
Yep. You are in a moving vehicle, so you're at a -3.
-3. Any further modifiers to add?
Nope, just the -3 for being in a moving vehicle.
Okay, hurry up and stop our vehicle.
That's the plan.
A hit. It was garbage.
Yeah, they got 2 net hits. They managed to avoid your shot.
Well, fucker, I'm doing it again. Short burst, narrow.
Okay.
Because I can do this twice a turn.
Take it you've got 6 or more recoil comp.
I have 4 or more. Because this is a short burst, it causes less recoil.
That's for. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought you said it was a long burst. My apologies.
First one was long, second one is short. So that's 3 hits this time on the short burst.
So he's got good cover because he's behind the vehicle and manages to drop down. And yeah, he just about manages to avoid it. Oh, wait, no, it's stick and shock. So he takes base damage because he got 3 hits as well. So I do apologise. Because, yeah, electric damage.
Stick and shock goes bzzz.
Yeah, so he's just taken a little bit of stun. He's unhappy about this.
You should be very unhappy about that.
Buzz, buzz.
Buzz, buzz, motherfucker.
Grendel's not yet been given instructions. This Yakuza guy, having just been buzzed by Mav, they've piled out the car with an assault rifle. They're going to hose the Spirit of Earth. And this is going to be a long, wide burst. So your Spirit will be at a -5, Toiga. So it's reaction -5.
Oh, it's going to end badly. None hits.
So he got 4 net hits. The Spirit's force is 5, so its armor is 10. So he got... That's 11 damage you'll need to resist because it actually does get through. So if you click on the impact button and then give it a -1 because he's using an assault rifle.
5 hits.
Cool. So the Spirit's taken 6 points of physical as he just hoses it at short range. And he's then going to take a short, wide burst, so you'll be at a -2 to avoid this. -4 overall because of your wound penalties.
A hit. And it's a 6.
So he got no hits, so the Spirit kind of seeing him squeeze the trigger once and ow, that hurt. Bits of fur and bone are just flying all over the highway and then just evaporating off it, and it jinks out of the way of the second one and hisses at him. So the other Yakuza guy is going to do the same at your Force 4 Spirit of Beasts, so that is -5 to avoid the first burst, please.
No hits.
Fortunately for you, he also got no hits. So the Spirit just stares at him like a rabbit in headlights, but he's panicking, opens fire, and it just goes through the back windscreen of another car on the highway, and there's just this spray of blood that coats the inside of the front windscreen, and the car just swerves and flips.
He's absolutely getting liquefied for that.
And could you please dodge another one? You'll be at a -3 for this one. It should have been -3 before, but I forgot.
No hits.
Well, he actually got his Drek together this time and got 5 hits. So, again, could you please resist 11 damage AP -1?
3 hits.
So that will be... so your spirit's just taken 8 physical off of that.
He is badly
Kitty
hurt.
Cat's feeling sad. Again, chunks of blood, fur and bone just spraying all over the highway. Sunshine, your turn again.
Okay, so the 2 acts in the front car are playing with Toiger's spirits, right?
Yep, you're partway through hacking one of them. Do you wish to continue doing that?
Well, it seems silly to change target now, so yep.
Yep.
I'll roll my assist first from my Spirit of Computer.
Okay, so you get 1 extra dice off this particular roll, so roll...
I am rolling like hot trash today. 1 extra hit.
We're all rolling like hot trash today.
Except Huggy. Huggy rolled all right.
Except Huggy.
When it mattered. When it mattered.
So I got 1 extra hit there.
Yep, you're a little further through hacking the thing. The 2 yaks down by the other vehicle go. So this will be at your Force 5 Spirit Beasts there, Toiger.
He has a dodge skill.
Yes, so he will be at a -5 for the first one because it's a long burst.
The hit.
So he got 2 net hits over you, so he will need to resist 9 physical AP -1. Because with that AP, it's just enough to crack the astral armor.
10 hit.
What?
Nice! With 10 hits, this guy just holds the trigger down, 6 rounds slam out and just go into this beast's chest. And it just looks down at these lumps of lead that have mushroomed against it, looks up at the guy and just tilts its head slightly.
I don't know if it came up, but my sort of... This beast spirit, imagine like, you know, Sphinx cat, the naked ones?
Yeah.
Imagine that, one of them, with a third eye in the middle of its forehead, covered in like Yakuza-style tattoos, holding like a pipe, like an old stem pipe, in a very oddly human-looking hand.
Holding a what?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, you get the old, like, stem
I know what you mean.
pipes.
Smoker's pipe.
Oh, right. A pipe. This is a pipe.
Yeah.
Could you roll to dodge again for me, please? This time at a -3.
2 hits.
Yeah, again, the lead just mushrooms against it, and it really doesn't care. And there's another one coming at you. This one be at a -7, because it's a long burst and you've dodged twice, or you've been attacked twice, rather.
No hits.
Yeah, again, the bullets are just bouncing off this thing. It just doesn't give a wet dreck. And could I get another one at a -5, please?
Everyone's bullying the new guy. No hits.
Could you please resist 9 physical? AP -1.
3 hits.
So it was needing to resist 9, so it's just taken 6 physical. So it's finally cracked the armor on this Sphinx cat. How's it reacting to this?
So I'm going to imagine like it took one of the bullets in the face, so like its head twitched a little bit. So it takes a draw on its pipe and then spits out a tooth, like as a wet of blood, and then grins at the guy that shot him. Like just leans forward and smiles. And it's like its mouth goes like way further up, like the back of its head, and down its neck a little bit, and like it's still parting, and you can still see teeth.
Awesome. So, Hansel, your turn. Toiger, your Spirit of Beast will be up next.
Right, Hansel is going to move. How far away is it right now?
So, I'll say if it's launching out of the drone rack, it can only go its walking speed.
Hansel 10, yes. So it's going to move its walking speed towards the car. And then it's going to take a shot at the one that Mab shot at earlier.
Oh, the one that's suffering horribly.
Well, yes.
Good.
All right.
Yes.
Always compound suffering.
So this is long narrow.
Okay,
burst.
go for it.
That's 2 hits.
Okay, so I will just roll for the Yakuza dude. No hits. So that was long and narrow, was it not?
Yep, that was long and narrow.
Okay, so that's 13 physical AP -1 he's got resist, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
Well, let's see how he does with this. He's probably fragged.
That is what the FNH is for.
So how do you want this man to die?
Well, he just shot up a spirit, right? So he's looking, he's facing directly at the spirit. There's stun rounds blasting all around him, but there's this huge, big, nasty fucker that's staring him down, and he's, focused on that. So the first round actually passes by his shoulder. He turns round, and the second round hits him square on the side of his face, going through one cheekbone, coming out the other side. The second one comes just slightly across, catching him between the cheekbone and the ear. The third one goes through the ear. His head just evaporates.
Nice.
Blatted across the side of the car.
Cool. And Hansel has a second shot if they wish to take it.
Is it not moving, launching, and moving, and taking a shot?
Moving is not
and
an action.
I'm counting the launch as part of your move. Actually,
Right, in that case...
Actually, no, I'll count launching as a simple action. That makes sense.
That seems
sorry
makes
about
sense.
that. So, Toiga, your Spirit of Beasts now, you'll be up next.
Okie dokie, so
Monokitty, who was attacked last turn.
he is pretty badly hurt. Now, which was the guy that shot at him? Is he the one that's already dead, or...?
No, it's the one who's still alive.
Yep, I'm just gonna have it, leap at him and nibble his face off.
Num. Yeah, go for it.
1 hit. Oh.
He also only got 1 hit, but that's just enough. So he's just kind of fending off the claws and teeth with the assault rifle that he's got in his hands. So he's just about okay. So your turn, Toiga. Huggy, your Strato 9 will be up next.
Let me just check something quickly.
Sorry. It's past 2. You've only got 1 pass, Toiga.
Yeah, I've only got 1 pass. I'm
Yep,
used to having 2.
So I'm used to you doing that as well. Sorry about that. So Huggy, it is in fact your Strato 9.
Right, the Strato 9 is going to do roughly the same thing. Launch, and move over, and then fire at the remaining guy. Gretel Mark II. Show us what you can do. Right, that's 4 hits. Long, narrow burst.
You have 2 net.
That's a number I like to have.
So what's your damage?
That is another FNH, so 6 AP -1.
Plus net hits, plus narrow burst. I believe that's 30.
Thank you.
Yep, so let's see if this guy actually manages to survive.
Meh.
Just about. Probably not for very long, but just about.
I believe he's about to have his face eaten by an angry earth spirit.
Alright, so Huggy, your turn. Because we're on pass 3.
Oh, the spirits only have 2 passes.
Spirits only ever have 2 passes in 4th edition. 5th
Please mark
Fifth
it down,
works
Huggy.
differently. In 4th, 2 passes is all they get.
Right, I'm going to bring the van to a stop as controlled a stop as I can in that central reservation.
I am going to require a control roll here because you're doing 70, and what that translates to in Shadowrun speeds is 94 meters per turn.
Yeah, I don't want to be off the other end of this map.
No.
Because that's where I would be. This road is going to clear up very fast.
Yeah. So, could I get a control roll, please? I'm going to require a threshold of 3 to stop safely.
Pass.
Just. So, could you indicate to me where you want to stop?
Right. I'm going to need to give myself a bit of space, because I can't just bring this thing to a dead stop. I think there is about reasonable for an emergency stop.
So you mentally bang your foot down on the brake. What actually happens is Mav's sort of leaning back, going, "We're going a bit quick, Huggy," and then he just sees the brake pedal bang right down in front of him. The handbrake just rips straight up, and the gear stick just slam itself into reverse, because of course Huggy drives manual.
Oh, yes, that of course it does.
And just smoke from the tyres all round. Mav and Sunshine in the front are just slammed into their seatbelts. And Mav, you're having that moment of, I think I'm going to be sick! And just as it screeches to a halt, and then you get slammed back into the seats.
Sunshine, because she's in Matrix at the moment, just gets a brief, notification of...
Force detected.
Yeah, your shoes have exceeded their recommended G-force limit.
Fragging RFIDs in everything. Mav, your turn. I am going to be still imposing the moving vehicle penalty because you're a little bit from that emergency stop.
That was not comfortable.
We're stopping yesterday. So what are you doing with your turn, buddy?
I don't actually know. That guy is only basically dead and has amazing cover from me.
You have APDS.
I do have APDS. Okay, time to shoot through some cover.
Alright.
That surviving fucker is getting a long... How good is that cover? That's very good.
It'll act as a bonus to his defense. He'll get bonus dice on the defense.
He's getting a long, wide burst of APDS.
Okie doke.
At -3. Have 2 hits.
You have 1 net hit, sir.
Then he takes 7 AP -6.
So how would you like this individual to die?
Well, I mean, I can see through things, so my long burst is not completely hellfire. But I am just posing the area, and one of the bullets clips him somewhere vital.
One just goes clean through his liver.
Ugh. His liver.
The liver comes out the exit wound. It's pretty bad. So you've still got another simple action.
I can see through things because I have radar.
You've got a special setup on your gun to change as a free ammo as a free action.
Do have
you?
that? Yep.
Yeah. Never mind. Carry on.
Is there anyone else in the frontmost car who is functioning?
Not that you can tell.
Which probably means there isn't, since radar and all. Right, there are now 2 goons down there. Yep, I'm gonna move into proper cover behind the van, behind the bus.
Cool, so that's your turn. That puts us on one of the yaks, who is gonna shoot again at the big Spirit of Beasts. He's actually gonna do a narrow burst. He's going for damage. Could I get a defense roll from your Spirit of Beasts, please, Toiga?
So 4 dodge hits.
You actually have 2 net hits. The Yakuza guy who just shot at your spirit and flubbed it is going to try again. He's going to do a narrow burst. Sorry, a short, wide burst this time.
Wide, narrow burst?
Yes, it's contradictory. So could I get a defense roll from your Spirit of Beasts? It will be at a -3, please, Toiga, plus wounds.
Okay. 2 hits.
Yeah, so that's 3 net hits that he got. So that'll be 9. Yeah, 9 physical AP -1 you've got to resist.
6 hits.
So it takes another 3 physical. It's unhappy about the situation.
So it sort of reaches up across its chest and visibly digs its weird 7-fingered human hand claw into itself, drags it through its own flesh. It sort of ripples and deforms around it, but leaves the wounds behind. Then holds the hand out and opens it, and all the bullets that it's just dragged out of itself clatter to the ground.
Ugh.
It's still got the holes. It's not left any visible claw marks in itself, but it's now not got metal in it anymore.
Disturbing, yet awesome. So, is Grendel doing anything?
Grendel hasn't been given any orders yet. We've only just started to burn.
Okay, is Sunshine doing anything?
The guy I was hacking, is he still alive?
Unfortunately not. He's been spirited and...
He's been spirited away.
Yes.
Right.
Rather than growing as a person and getting a cool dragon boyfriend, he has been spirited away to Japanese hell, which has rivers of semen.
Yeah. Okay.
I know nothing about Japanese mythology, but yeah, we'll just roll with that.
If you are in the Yomi, if you are believed to be overly lustful in life, you will be thrown into the river of semen.
Ew.
Ugh.
I wish you'd listened when I said hush.
Squelch, carry on, please, Sunshine.
Okay, so I can see 2 yaks left on the board who seem to be fighting one of Toiger's spirits. Of the 2 that air, have I previously scanned either of their pans?
Yes, yeah. Their pans are basically identical. They've got the Torah Security Company logo on their pans, so they're basically all kitted out the same.
Yep. Cool. Are those the only 2 remaining pans that I can see?
They're the only ones that were running in silent mode and have weapons and cyberware attached that aren't driving away from this at high speeds. There are now cars that were behind this reversing away and shit like this.
Okay, of those 2, has either of them already taken damage?
So the biomonitors on both of them are currently going.
Okay, I'm just gonna pick one. I'll go with the southern one and
Alright.
try and hack him. I'm honestly finding that combat hacking is not super effective because there's too many damn steps to go through.
So what you can do is you can, rather than trying to hack into the pan and control it, you can just launch an attack. So you don't need to get in to do that. You can just go that, have a data spike, blam.
Okay, and if I brick their pan, what happens?
So if you brick their pan, they would lose their link if they had a cyber link, for example, they would lose their link to that, but you could pick something that's slaved to it and go for that. So for example, these guys, you've noticed that they've got cyber eyes for their cyberware, smart link, wired reflexes, and a couple of guns.
Cool. Can I do that then?
Yes, absolutely.
The other thing you can do is spoof, which is instead of acquiring control over a device, you send it one order pretending to be an authorized user.
Okay.
Which could be something like drop the magazine out of the smart linked weapon.
Quick question. I would still have to do an exploit before I could do the spoof, wouldn't I?
I would say no on that one.
That is not how spoof works. Spoof is just, you need an access ID, and if you've scanned the guy's comlink, you have its access ID.
I should look at... I don't currently own the spoof.
Then you cannot spoof.
Yes, but that's a good one to know, and I will look at buying spoof.
I think spoof is probably the most useful form of combat hacking.
Good to know. Okay. In which case, I'm going to go with an attack. Can my agent also attack?
Yes.
Because so far it's been going on
Yep, we've not rolled it up a turn, but I'll just say it goes at the same time as yourself, just to keep things simple and easy. So roll your attack and roll your agent's attack, please.
Okay, I'll roll the agent first, because I know that's 6 dice. So the agent gets 2 hits.
Okay. So it's managed to block the attack from the agent.
I'll roll my attack.
Yep.
Oh, 1 hit.
It's enough. So what is the rating of your attack program, please?
My attack program is rating 4.
So what on their pan are you attacking? What device?
What devices are there?
So there is their comlink,
Uh-huh.
their cyber eyes, their smart link, their wired reflexes, an FN HAR, and an Ares Predator.
If I attack their wired reflexes, what happens to them?
Well, considering that their nervous system has basically been replaced...
Bad things.
Bad things.
Are what
Very
happen.
bad things.
Yeah, I'll attack their wired reflexes, because that's probably going to mess with them a whole lot.
Yeah, so that was rating 4 program, yeah? Yep, so they kind of do the fandango a little bit as they get all sorts of nerve impulses that they're not meant to be having right now, as their fiber optic wired reflexes go a little bit crazy. It's bad times for them.
Excellent.
Bad times can always be made worse.
And the last guy, he's going to take a shot at... He's shooting the spirit again, because it's there. Again, he's doing a long, narrow burst. So, Toiga, could I please get a reaction roll from your Spirit of Beasts?
There we go, 2 hits.
He also got 2 hits, and he's not using any fancy ammo, so you're okay.
Yay.
He's going to do another short, narrow burst. This will be at a -1 plus your negatives. Your wound negatives, I mean.
2 more hits.
And he misses again. So, yep, you're absolutely fine. Grendel... No, Hansel. My apologies. What's Hansel doing?
Hansel doesn't have any move left, I don't think.
No, they don't. But, I mean, there are flying drones, so I'm going to say that they could easily be high enough that they could get a shot at one of the guys.
Well, let's take shots then. A few pot shots at them just to, rough them up a little.
So, are you going for the near one, which is the one that Sunshine started having a go at, or the far one?
I will be going for the northmost one.
Yep.
Right, this is a long wide burst. At this distance is probably the best option.
You have 2 net hits. They'll need to resist 8 physical AP -1.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Alright, so, yep, the bullets slam into him. You kind of turn him around by the shoulders. Puffs of blood everywhere. You can see that he's hurt, but he's still on his feet. Are you taking a second shot?
I most certainly am. So this is our short wide.
Alright.
That's 1 hit.
He also got 1 hit, so as he was spinning round from the first shot, it kind of threw off your aim a little bit.
Yeah.
However, it is your Strato 9's turn.
Well, they've got even better cover from him. Same again. A wide, a long wide, and then a short wide.
Yeah, I will be giving them a little bit of cover from this.
That's 2 hits for the long wide.
You have 2 net hits, so he's got to resist 8 physical.
Yep.
And -1 on the AP as well.
Yep.
So how's he dying?
This guy isn't dying with any glory. This guy is just dying in a hail of bullets. He gets hits in the shoulder. The next barrage, the first barrage from Hansel hits him in the shoulder. He manages to just avoid the second one, but as he's sort of turning to, get up and try and get himself back against the car, the next barrage just cuts him down.
Nice. You do have 1 further simple action. If you're changing target, there will be an additional penalty, but you're welcome to if you want to.
I might as well. I've still got bullets left.
Okay.
Bullet. So what's the penalty on this?
So you're at a -2 for changing target. You said you're doing a
This is a short wide.
Short wide. So yeah, just -2.
That's one hit.
He just dodges it. Like, you see the collar on his jacket get torn away by the bullet, but it doesn't actually clip him. So that puts us back around to turn 2 past 1. Toyga, your Spirit of Beasts that's up by the car where both of the guys are dead, the car that was in front, is going now. What would it like to do?
So the kimono cat, yeah?
No, the Earth Spirit.
Okie dokie. So it's under orders to kill. Things, nothing left there to kill. It's going to start running towards the car at the back.
Okay. I mean, it could literally just charge into combat with him and attack him.
It will do so.
Okay. So that'll be an unarmed combat roll at a +2 for charging, +1 for friend in a fight, so +3 overall.
Okay. One hit.
Lame.
You disappoint me, Koshi.
He also got 1 hit, so he kind of fends it off with the back end of the rifle. Huggy, your turn.
Right.
Having a slap fight with a spirit.
I will bring us closer into the limousine, and I will deploy the machine gun.
Okay, so I'll count that as a ready weapon action. Gun comes up, you've got 1 simple action left.
Well, the only sensible thing to do is to let Grendel's mother have a word.
Grendel's mother is having words with this boy. Okay.
Grendel's mother demands to speak to the manager.
Dub, 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 dub. Is this a short burst, narrow burst?
This will be... So he's on the other side of the car. He's got pretty good cover. This will be a short wide. Or a long wide if I can do that.
Yeah, you can do a long wide. Roll your dice. You will be at a -3 because the vehicle was moving.
Yeah. That's 3 hits.
So you have 2 net hits. So he'll be dealing with 8 physical AP -1.
Yep.
Deal with it.
He doesn't, so he takes 7 on top of the 6 he'd already taken, and he just gets blown away, red smear across the carriageway, and he's down. We're dropping out of initiative at this point. What are people doing?
Right.
Mav's already afoot, so I'm gonna move up to the side of the limousine.
So you look inside the limo. Could you give me a composure roll, please, Mav?
Oh, lovely.
What depraved things is Mav seeing?
Gonna mark off a point of edge because I just don't want to fail this. And I'm glad I did because that was only 2 hits.
So I'm gonna say you're at a -1 for any actions you take because you're actually genuinely a little rattled by what you see in there. It's bad. 2 concrete blocks went in the windscreen and at the front windscreen and out the rear windscreen and took everything inside with them.
Oh god.
It's...
People pass, eh?
Yeah, you're not even sure what that is, but it's some sort of internal organ, and it's like somebody's been playing with a bucket of red paint in there and some rope. It's appalling.
So the salient question that I need answered is...
Which bits are the Oyaban?
Yeah, where's the damn data chip?
So, give me a perception roll to try and find the data chip in...
Which will be visual, and I remind you that I have my weird multi-band radar sensor, so I can see all sorts of weird things.
Yep. I'm gonna say, before you roll, as well as the original -1, you're at an additional -3, so -4 trying to find things, because it's just that bad on the inside of this car. There's twisted metal, there's glass, there's bits of people, the upholstery. It's just...
The other important thing is one of the corpses heavily augmented.
There's bits of fibre optic all over the place coming out of one of the corpses.
Is there a lot of metal showing up on my radar sensor that's like limb-shaped?
Give me your...
My perception at -4.
Yes, please.
Actually, I'm also going to edge that one just to get this done quickly.
I'd like to help if possible, because I have perception. I am perceptive.
This has caused a background count of 1 because of the brief but intense emotions that happened here.
A hit. I am glad I edged that one too.
Yeah, it's... There's bits of metal all over the place. Some of it, a lot of it appears to be embedded in skin. It is really bad in here.
Ew.
It's the concrete blocks have basically ripped off the top of the car and taken everything above sort of base of the rib cage and higher. It's oh wow. So
there is a non-zero possibility we may have destroyed what we were trying to acquire.
Nah.
So with one hit there, Mav, what you're mostly finding is just chunks. You go to pick up something thinking, oh, that's it. And you look at it and go, oh, that's a bit of ortho skin. Oh god.
Ugh.
So is anybody else doing anything?
So at this point, I want to leap out the van, scarper over, and try and have a look as well.
You'll be at the same panel. Actually, make me a composure check.
Before my turn, as it were, ends, I'm gonna warn everyone. It's bleak. Brace yourselves.
I'm going to place the drones in a holding pattern around, just in
case anything happens.
And I'm going to send Daumerling in to try and find the chip.
Okay, you'd be best giving it to somebody to do that, because it's only got little legs.
I'll hand it to Teuger.
Yeah, no worries. Just this arm comes out the rigger cocoon.
Not even that, the mini drone rack just drops it onto his shoulder.
Cool.
I've worn uglier brooches.
So, Teuger, what you doing?
So, what's the composure check? 8 hits.
You kind of look at this and you're just going...
You edged that.
I've had worse BTLs, frag it. You'll kind of look at this and going, oh, it's cat food.
Tiger's composure pool is 4 points better than Mav's.
He's a mage. He has seen the unspeakable things beyond the veil.
Yeah, I'm imagining Teuger looking in and going, oh yeah, I saw one of the realms that Cat had taken over that looked a little bit like that.
Also, Teuger's a rich upper class brat. He's seen the depraved sex parties that these people go to. This is nothing.
I trust the orgy pit has been scraped and buttered.
Yes.
Okay, for some reason, when you say scraped and buttered, the image I have is like a fondue pot, but with butter and then people fucking it.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a drain in the middle.
Ah, it was that BTL. Cool, carry on.
Okay, I'm going to chuck the little drone thing in there like frisbee and just say, go, find things. And then have a wee snoop around in there myself and see if I can spot anything interesting.
Could you give me a perception check? There are no penalties for you. You give no fucks.
Yeah, I'm poking around. Well,
So you still have your edge on.
Yeah, I am.
You're deliberately edging this.
Yep.
So you basically hurl yourself into the viscera cleanup detail like it's a kiddie's ball pit and go paddling in the intestines.
The field barrel will just be full of gore.
Small intestine, large intestine, spleen, kidney.
You basically go, excuse me, hand in the pocket. Nope, hand in the other pocket. you were pleased to see someone. Oh, well, dead now.
Oh.
Move on to the next one, handing the pot. Nope. You basically pull out some keys, a comlink, a wallet with a couple of cred sticks that, when you look at them later, you'll find they've got 500 new yen on each.
I'm keeping his wallet and the keys. I'm keeping the keys.
And you also find some data chips tucked in there.
So while I'm digging around in there, and I'm finding I'm keeping the keys because they're shiny. Red sticks, those are getting divvied up between my friends. Every so often, I just chuck a bit of offal out the window for one of the spirits, and they jump up and grab it.
Oh.
Mav, roll edge.
Sunshine is not leaving the van.
Very wise, Sunshine. A hit.
It just misses your boot. I think it's an ear. You're not sure.
Oh.
Sunshine has had plenty of experience seeing all the different things that can come out of people. She doesn't need any more.
One of the kitty cats goes over, scoffs the ear, and starts rubbing its face on Maverick and purring. It's the spiny one.
Disgusting, Kit Kat. Please don't.
Purr, 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 purr.
Right, everybody, if we've got what we came for, get in, we're leaving.
Finish rustling their pockets, Tiger, and then let's go.
Okay, quick rummage through all the pockets. Do I find any interesting shinies that Toyger might like to steal?
You don't find anything else particularly. You do find another 250 new yen in cred. You find what's left of an Ingram Smart Gun and a couple of shattered katanas, but nothing usable.
Ooh, I want the handle of a katana.
Alright, you can take the broken handle of a katana.
Are you adding this to your collection of things to injure yourself with when you're trying to make recovery rolls?
I am indeed.
Noted.
I'm a disciple of cat, not magpie.
I like shiny objects.
You would not believe how many milk bottle caps he has under his sofa.
They're on strings. You shake them and they rattle. It's great fun.
Get back in the van if we have what we came for. We don't want to stay around.
I would give you the negative quality signature, but that's where you leave something behind.
I nick things.
I'll need to check the wording on kleptomania. So, are you all piling back into the van?
Yep.
Alright, so you pile back into the van, the drones get themselves into the racks, and Huggy, you gun it back into the traffic, which... It's not actually going too fast on this side of the road, because people are rubbernecking. You've been no more than a couple of minutes digging through. Toyger, you look like somebody at one of those really weird Norwegian black metal concerts.
You look like that in Carrie.
Yeah, that's what you look like.
Oh,
you
God.
look like Carrie from that scene.
It's a good thing that Toyger is in the back of the van along with Huggy's rigger cocoon and not up front with people with composer checks.
So, are you driving off to somewhere relatively quiet then?
I'm taking us back to Searing Town and then taking as many quiet routes as possible.
I'm just going to abstract this a little bit just to make things nice and simple. Could you give me a driving roll? We'll do this as a stealth roll for drive casual.
I'm going to edge that. 6 hits.
Yeah. You blend in with the traffic quite nicely. You basically go into an area where there's no traffic cams, and if I follow this route, there's no traffic cams for quite a while, and you basically stop somewhere, manually swap out some old plates you had, you change the vehicle signature electronically and carry on. And that's you got
a bundle of chips.
Yep. And Sunshine, if you could slot the data, go through the chips, a lot of them aren't immediately relevant, but you do find the one that you're looking for with the details. I'll go through those in a sec. And you do also find some data largely about Yakuza finances and things like that. Also, about drug distribution and stuff like that you reckon you can sell to Giuseppe No Bother.
Excellent.
In terms of the data itself...
Can you give us one thing before you give us the pay data, which is how much money did we just steal, and what is that divided by 4?
1,250.
Which divided by 4 is 314.
We go to our garage somewhere where they have a water hose and
Toiger.
hose Toiger.
Toiger gets back in the van. Sunshine looks up at you, pokes slightly in her mouth, and then just goes, "You've got red on you," reaches into her bag and starts handing out wet wipes.
Like I said, it's a good thing Toiger's in the back and Sunshine's in the front.
In terms of the data itself, you found out how they're getting the drugs out and they're getting them past customs. What you found out is that there is a tunnel that goes...
A tunnel?
A tunnel that goes from Pier 7 underneath, and it connects up to an old disused subway tunnel. The only known entrance that the Yakuza know of is at Pier 7 and their safe house. That location of the safe house is not mentioned in the data.
So we have one end of the tunnel.
Yes, you know that the entrance is in Pier 7. It's in one of the machine workshops in the warehouse, basically where they maintain the drones and things like that.
Where Pier 7 is? I'm trying to look this up on the map and failing.
It is in Brooklyn, near the southern end of Manhattan, Governor's Island, that area. Congrats.
Fucking hell, that went well.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Just before we finish, I call the triad contact that we, just to say, go time.
It rings a couple of times. Huatien speaking.
Huatien, you may wish to look at the news.
Excellent. Have a pleasant day.
And you.
Thank you for spending some time with us and listening to the Pride Against Prejudice podcast. We hope that you enjoyed the show and look forward to seeing you again in 2 weeks' time for our next episode. In the meantime, we just killed a fragging Oyaban. See if you can beat that. Let us know on our Discord. Intro is More Human Than Human by Karl Cassey, and the background music is also by Karl Cassey. Outro music is Neon Thrills by Luck Hash, and all sound effects are credited in the show notes. The Topps Company Inc. has granted permission to the Pride Against Prejudice podcast to use such names, logos, artwork, marks, and or any other proprietary material for promotional and informational purposes on its website, but does not endorse and is not affiliated with the Pride Against Prejudice podcast in any official capacity whatsoever. All other works mentioned in this podcast remain the property of their respective owners. The Pride Against Prejudice podcast is licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution 4.0 license. So if you want to use any part of the show, please give us the credit. See you next time, chummers.